crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of your women.
The penetrator. Ah, come on, look, because I always went the farthest end of the target, goddammit. Libya, Tunisia, Lebanon, it was me, pal. I was always first in, last out.
This thing doesn't want to show itself. It wants to hide inside an imitation. It'll fight if it has to, but it's vulnerable out in the open.
Its blood was on the leaves.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Avalon 19, the lady Arwyn Avalon. Badass. Company, Psychodorf, Nod, and Shockwave. Time to wake the neighbors with Southern Viking. He's the angriest wretch in Valhalla, Mark the infinitely tired. Chris Persia, the wretch of wretches. And a UK slow for Gary Badger Sandwich Worthington. My favorite follower on YouTube, startup who you are. The Rooster Dave Bob. Brother. Project Cambridge. Greetings, one and all, and welcome to the Week in Review here on Mornings of Mischief. I am joined by my co-host, the one and only, the Rooster in the Hen House, Dave Bob. How are you doing this morning, brother?
Well, I'm a little bit pissed after what's been going on, what I've been seeing going on out there in this country.
You know, usually we don't get into hugely serious topics. We usually talk about entertainment, what's going on with the movies and the TV shows and whatnot. We're going to get into some serious conversation this morning because I kind of lost my shit last night, and we're going to talk about it some more this morning. Let me welcome the Queen of Avalon 19, the lady herself, rainbow farts and sprinkles, and yeah, our very own Rainbow Dash here on Mornings of Mischief.
Purple haze.
Purple haze.
Y'all, like I told Loki and Dave Bob, I'm here to drink coffee, kick some ass, and all that damn coffee. Let's do this shit. This is mind-breaking stuff.
You're out of coffee?
Yeah, I'm drinking
Diet
Coke this morning, and it's cold outside, and the Diet Coke is cold, and I'm just like huddled up with a sweatshirt, leggings, and a blankie. So yeah, I want some coffee.
I gotta, you know what I've been drinking? I've been drinking out of that Snoopy mug, but I got a new thermal mug that's like twice this size. So I got a double shot of coffee this morning. Yay. And it's gonna stay warm too.
Yum.
that's what I always put my coffee in, is a thermal thing. So, and the inside of it looks nasty because I never hardly would do anything but just rinse it out.
I use pretty mugs, y'all. I use pretty mugs. I admit they don't keep my coffee as hot as a thermal, but they're pretty, so they work.
What is Arwyn's icon reacting to? Oh no!
All the bullshittery we're going to talk about today. Okay, I changed it when I was like, nope, we are not doing this today. We are doing this today. So yeah, it's a new world, and it's not better. It's not a better world, but whatever.
No, it's crazy. And speaking of crazy, let me take just a second this morning to thank everyone that came out and watched the Godzilla live game stream on Monday. It was absolutely nuts. It's gotten over 1,000 views.
Nice.
I couldn't believe it. It's got a 52% watch rate. That means that out of those 1,000 people, at least half of them watched the whole damn thing. That is crazy. I've never put up a game stream that's gotten any kind of attention like that. So the fact that, it's got over 500 hours of watch time. It's nuts.
God,
For an hour and 20-minute game stream, my mind is blown. Thank you guys so very much. Everyone that came out and watched it, everybody that watched it live. We had about 15 to 20 people watching it live. And just the fact that it has done what it has done absolutely blows my mind. So thank you guys very much. It's a huge thank you for me.
Congratulations, Loki. That is amazing. That really is great.
I'm just mind blown. It's a game stream. So I'm just, I don't, do game streams. I'm not going to be a full gamer channel. I just wanted to have some fun Monday night, and Godzilla,
Hey,
we just watched the movie. So
You put a atomic lizard in there, people will come.
That's awesome.
yeah, Mark got banned because he talked bad about Mechagodzilla.
Oh, Mark, you were told to chunk it in a big way.
I don't know what he's talking about. He didn't get banned. He's a mod. He didn't get banned.
He tries that all the time, though. Ban me.
And good morning, Daryl. So let's get into it. I want to start out by saying this because we're gonna hit this Elmo topic first. I asked Snow if it was cool. We'll throw the link for this video. Let me just start off by saying, children's minds are like sponges, guys. They're constantly taking in data and filing it away for growth. Okay. So it's like constantly downloading something. You're constantly downloading information. Even if you don't realize that it's there, your mind's filing it away somewhere constantly when you're a kid. You are a sponge. You're taking everything in. You're taking everything all around you. And even if you don't realize it, when you get older, that information is carried around with you as you mature and you grow up. Even if you don't remember, you're like, well, I can't even think about when I was 6 and blah, 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 blah. That information's still there. It's been filed away by your mind. It's been filed and archived and placed, just like, filling up a hard drive on a computer. That's what your mind's like when you're a kid. So when you see something, even if you don't remember it, your mind's taking that information and using it. Okay. This is one of the reasons why some children learn how to compartmentalize. They see some shit, they don't understand it, but they put it in the back of your mind. And when you tell a child, oh, well, your mama went away for smoking crack, but it's okay because she's going to get better and she's going to come back and everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be absolutely fine. They carry that information around with them. And when they get older, they think, oh, well, I can go and do this and I can just go away and come back and I'll be fine. I'll be absolutely 100% fine. There will be nothing. There will be no consequences. There will be no nothing. So when I saw this, and I couldn't believe it, Snowdub put this video up this morning. I'm gonna throw the link here, and you can watch the whole thing here. For Sesame Street, and it is Sesame Street, for Sesame Street to do this, they have got to be smoking the biggest rock of crack. I can imagine that they would do something like this. So we're gonna turn this up real quick. It's just a little bit. Jolly's there, the patriotic puppet, my brother. It's stream, or this video is called Elmo's Mom Smokes Crack. Guys, the link's there. Go and check it out.
God.
I'm gonna pin this. I'm gonna pin that up there. That way you guys can see it. You know where it is if you want to watch the whole thing. I'm just gonna play a snippet of this really quick.
These kids.
Elmo knows that Carly's mommy was away for a while, but now she's back.
Oh,
But now she's back, right? Now she's back. It's okay.
she was, huh? Was she out on the streets? Was she working?
Was she working?
Pushing that bootay to get a little extra cash?
Elmo?
Elmo. Tickle me Elmo, y'all.
Carly's mommy looks and acts different than she did before.
Well, that's called drug abuse, my friend. That's
Hell.
They should not be. Okay. Let me just say, I went to school for chemical dependency counseling. I went to school for 5 years for chemical dependency counseling. Okay. This is not the conversation that you have with a kid, much less with a puppet on a show that children watch. Mommy, opioid addict. Mommy, come back. No. This is not the conversation you have about Elmo's mom smoking crack.
That's what happens when you get cracked out and, you do too many drugs and you get all fucked up. Is this really what they want to be pushing to kids right now? I mean, I don't know if this is good stuff or not, guys. I'm really not digging this. Back in my day, it was about learning how to count and knowing your ABCs.
How hard is that? How hard is that?
They don't even stress that anymore.
Oh my God. This is like legit. This is legit, right?
This is legit.
Because if I just stumbled across Jolly doing this,
Snort is exactly right.
This is a great spoof. This is great satire. No. This is real.
Listen.
This shit. But I don't know. Let's see.
Carly's mommy seems much healthier since she's been back.
Oh, okay. So she went.
Okay. Right? Oh, hold on.
Needed to go to rehab.
How come Carly's mommy had to go away?
Well, son, Carly's mommy has a kind of sickness.
Sickness.
Oh my God.
She's an addict. She's a drug addict. Carly's mommy has a kind of sickness.
And she had to get some help.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
So guys, go and watch the entire video. Snowdub's off the chain. He's pissed. He's bringing the puppet hammer down on Sesame Street. This is not the conversation you have on Sesame Street where little kids are in and out, kind of paying attention, but they can hear it and it's being filed away. Unless, of course, they have Avalon 19, and then they're like, la, 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 la.
Shut up. I can guarantee you I'm not all right with this. Oh, man. Gee, buzz.
Mommy needs a medicine. Mommy needs a fix. Mommy self. Hear that? That's me slapping my vein.
Baby, bring me that needle over there.
Mommy needs to self-medicate, baby.
Why, for the love of God, why, y'all, are we trying to push all this fuckery onto kids with little tiny, spoogy minds that just want to have fun and play with their Legos and oh my God, I'm going to Bobby's birthday party and I got a new bow for my hair. Why are we trying?
One meth pill, two meth pills, I am dead. Yeah, welcome back to Rehab Street. Da, 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 da.
Y'all, Sesame Street's in the hood now. I mean, what? It's like, are you kidding me? Where are we? Is this really where they want to go? Next is Big Bird was really a chick all this time, and now Big Bird is comes out as trans. I don't know. Is
Don't give them
Oscar going to be
ideas. Don't
the
give them
local?
ideas.
Just is he the one who's pushing this meth for Carly's mom?
Hey, it's for Adderall.
Hell, what the hell? I can't. I just can't.
It's okay, little Elmo. Roppy Mama just need a fix. Roppy Mama just need to get some in her. Mama went to rehab, little Elmo. It's okay. Hear that? Yeah, I ain't priming my vein for nothing.
Robbie's
Oh my
mama
God.
needs a fix.
And this is their attempt at normalizing this for children. I want to tell you something. Do you know what drug addicts do to their kids? Do you know what I saw more than anything else what drug addicts try to do to
They
their kids?
just don't do anything.
They tried to normalize what they did so they don't feel bad about it. It's okay. It's okay. Mama just going into the other room. She just got to pass out with the oven on full blast and open. She's just gonna pass out. I heard this story. You'll never believe this. This woman turned on the oven and she was so high. She left the oven door open.
Oh my God.
And she passed out in her bedroom. I'm not kidding. This is heavy shit. I told you it'd be some heavy shit this morning. This woman passed out with her 1-year-old in the house with the oven door open and the oven on. The kids screamed and screamed for like 2-3 hours until the neighbor finally called the police because the kid wouldn't stop screaming.
Oh my God.
It was like 108 degrees in that apartment.
Oh, jeez.
Mama was dehydrating and almost dead, and that little baby was almost dead. And I heard that story when I was doing counseling, when I was doing group therapy sessions. I heard that story, and they try and normalize this and be like, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about mama. Mama going to be fine. Mama going to get out of rehab and then come back and then pull the exact same shit over again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Repeat
they won't
offenders.
talk about that. They won't talk about that. I've said this before, and I really truly mean it, and I mean it in the best kind of way. There is no talk or no admittance or no embracing of shame anymore in our society. And I don't mean the debilitating kind of shame where you're just so, where it just, you get lost in it. I mean the kind of shame that is like, look, you're in a bad way and you have to come to a place to understand this is not a good behavior. But there's hope with that shame because, yes, you can get help if you choose to. The first part of that equation is always left out. We're supposed to understand everyone's bullshit. We're supposed to accept everyone's bullshit. We're just supposed to turn a blind eye and go, oh, well, if you're an adult and you choose to do it, I guess it's okay. That's why we've got, millions of women spreading their cucoochies and their titties all over OnlyFans, all over men too. It goes with that kind of behavior. Now, drug use, it's okay. You'll be all right. It's just you got a problem. You'll be fine. Yes, you will be fine if you choose to get help. But where the hell, you got to get to that point where you're like, damn, I'm ruining my life. I'm ruining people around me. I need help. Help me. And then you've got kind people who mean well that are there to extend that and say, yes, this is a problem. This is a problem. Let's get you help. Not sit there and go, oh, I'm sorry, kid. Mama passed out, but she's gone away for a while, but she's back. Everything will be okay. Don't bring that shit to kids if you can possibly help it.
Well, yeah.
Because
What about
their
all the
brains
kids
cannot
that are
handle
born
it.
addicted? I mean, their mothers been taking substances while they were pregnant. What about, I would love to see the statistics of how many kids are admitted to the hospital, toddlers that get into the stash, and
Oh
they
my
eat it
God.
or something or breathe it in or whatever. And I can't even, fathom how a parent could even do that.
It's
Just
really
because,
easy. You're so screwed up, you don't think about it. You're
yeah.
so screwed up, so messed up that you don't think about it. What's worse than that, Dave Bob? What's worse than that is when your kid does get into something like that, when they do something like that, and you excuse it away because you're not going to live without it.
Look, there was a time when I was taking 20 pills of tramadol a day just to get through the fucking. I'm not kidding. I counted one day 20 pills a day because I had gotten into pain management because my back was screwed up for years. And I don't blame the doctors because at the end of the day, it was my decision to continue with that and to take more and more and more and more and more. I did not do the healthy thing to tell them and say, look, I think I have a problem because, when you develop a drug addiction, it takes over your entire, you arrange everything, every bit of money that you can goes into it. You hide it from people. You start lying to yourself. It is not a good, healthy thing. Now, my kids were older and my husband and I, they knew something was going on, but no, it wasn't like sat down and I didn't go to rehab. I actually had my rehab in the home. And let me tell you that some of the hardest damn thing for about a month, my body was wrecked. And I'm surprised I didn't die from that. My husband found out how much I was taking. He had no words. But it was not a beautiful, wonderful, let me sit down and teach you moment. No, that shit was rough. And to see this being just treated like, just an episode on Sesame Street. My brain's broken, y'all. My brain is broken. But I had shame because I hid all of that as best I could. I would spend probably $600 on the cheap to buy that shit online. And I ended up getting busted for it because when they changed it from when it was legal to buy it online, and then they changed the scheduling of the drug and then it became illegal. I didn't know. But even if I had, I wouldn't have cared. I still would have done it. So it's not beautiful. It's not a sit down Elmo story. The shit is real. And again, where the hell is the rock bottom? How about Elmo's mom or Carly or whoever the hell that is? Their mama hit rock bottom. It's not a good thing. But you know what? Yeah, it will be on the other side. But there is a point you get to. And it is not a topic for Sesame freaking Street unless you're trying to normalize it. Unless you're trying to say, hey, yeah, mama does crack, but she's all right now. I don't get it. I don't understand it. What is our end game to all this? That's what I want to know. What is the end game?
To normalize it. Look, people don't want to hide it. What you talked about being like, I was ashamed, Loki. I was ashamed that this happened and I was trying to hide it. I didn't want anybody to know about it. They don't care anymore. They want it to be out in the open. They want to be able to do whatever they want whenever they want to. They don't want to have to hide it. They want to sit around and laugh up to all their friends and have it sitting out on the counter and just not care. That's what they want. I'm not kidding.
You want to know some truth? Excuse me. And I've never shared this with anyone. I did relapse and I started sneaking again. And I started buying again. This was years ago, but I started buying again. But I was more careful this time than I was before to keep that shit even more hidden. My husband found my bottle of pills. You know what he did? He didn't sit down and go, okay, Arwyn. No, he looked at me and he said, what the fuck? And he slammed those bottle of pills against the wall. That's exactly what he did because he knew we are not going down this damn rabbit trail again. We are not. I refuse. And that scared me. And that above any other sweet talk, that above any other, it'll be all right. That got my ass in gear because that scared me. I wasn't scared that he was going to get violent, but I was scared that I'm going to lose him if I don't get my shit together. that is reality. Let's see that on a Sesame Street. Pills going everywhere, cats scattering, him mad as a wet hen for the rest of the day.
Well, that's one of the
going,
biggest
"What the hell?"
problems in this country is that doctors are over prescribing opioids while they shouldn't. I mean, hell, take a damn Tylenol, you know?
Yeah.
You want to talk about pills? When I was in my early 20s, I ran a racket in college. It's actually it's the reason why I got out after my first year of college. And took a long break until I was in my late 20s. But me and my friends were all messed up. We were all high, and we were watching The Simpsons, and they had that episode where Homer's the Mr. Plow. I don't know if anybody remembers that. Mr. Plow, that's my name. That's my name. I'm Mr. Plow. Well, Barney was called the Plow King. And we were all laughing our asses off. And one of my buddies was like, that's you, the Pill King. Because I got everything for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
All I had to do was ask. I found it.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, when I was done, I was done. And I don't tell that story to be like, Loki was, I'm not proud of that. That's
Right.
fucking embarrassing. But the fact that I can come on here and I can say that, that's the main reason I became a chemical dependency counselor. That is what drove me to try and help people. Not a effing Sesame Street episode where Elmo's like, why's Elmo's mommy in the hospital? Because she is a whore and a drug addict, Elmo.
Yep.
No.
It is a disease, but you have to get to the point where you are so low and you so want to change. And yeah, there is shame in that. You have to feel that.
I'm going to tell you a little story about little 8 or 9, 10-year-old Dave Bob watching, of all things, Dragnet. And when the sergeant was listing off all the things that, would happen when, they had all the drug abuse back in the day, and he said, he was talking about like a 20-something-year-old heroin addict, and he said inside he's like 60 years old, his insides, a 20-year-old. And that scared me so bad from a kid that growing up, even when I was in the hospital after operations, and I'm talking, serious pain. I've learned how to take pain because I would not let them give me anything. I wouldn't take the opioids. I wouldn't take they even wanted to put me on a morphine drip, and I said, nope, I can take it. I mean, that kind of stuff right there is what scares kids straight. That's what they need to be pushing out there.
You're absolutely right. And there's nothing wrong with using that. I guess it would be called negative reinforcement, because these things destroy lives. These are not good, happy things to have in your life. They're not. And to pretend that it's just, well, it was just a trip to the spa. What? Are you kidding? You're gonna, no. You say no, stay away from this shit. And yes, some kids, when they get to a certain age, we've all done it. Some of us may be like, well, let me find out for myself. And then you find out and you realize, yeah, maybe drinking that Mad Dog 2020, that orange nasty stuff, and then hugging the toilet god the next morning, maybe that wasn't such a good idea. You find stuff out, but it's not Sesame Street.
No, it's not.
And it doesn't belong there. It doesn't, because sooner or later, those kids are going to grow up and they're going to find out the nasty realities of life. My God, just let them be kids for 10 freaking minutes. Let them be kids. Because how the hell did we survive and become adults? Raised on Sesame Street with, Luis and Maria and Bob and everyone singing and Prairie Dawn and laughing and you find some joy for however hell long the show is. It's been so long since I've seen it. I don't know. You find some joy in that as a kid. You find some joy in that as an adult. Then after that, you can resume all the bullshit. And if you need to have a serious talk with your child, you can do it. Not freaking Oscar telling kids, well, whatever, just went down to the street and it got me some blow and got me some hose. And oh my God, what is going on?
Oh, shit.
I don't know, y'all. I'm fired up about that because
Yeah.
it's incredulous.
Yeah, Pat, down there on the corner at Sesame Street, that's where you can find the crack.
Down on the corner on Sesame Street. They have made asses of themselves.
They might as well rename it Stewart Avenue because we got a Stewart Avenue in Atlanta that everybody knows what happens on Stewart Avenue. So, yeah, just rename it Stewart Avenue, y'all, instead of Sesame Street.
And adults, you know what? Adults can make their own choices. As long as there are no kids involved, adult can choose to do whatever the hell they want to do.
Yeah.
That's their choice, and they have to live with the consequences. But when you involve children, that is the problem with this. That is the problem I have in this.
Yeah.
That is why I brought this up this morning. When you involve children, it's game on. You do not involve children in your bullshittery, as Arwyn would say.
Damn straight, Loki. Damn straight. If you're an adult, fine. You're going to do whatever you're going to do, fine. But one, don't pretend it's all sunshine and rainbows because it's not. And two, just keep the kids out of it. For the love of God, keep the kids out of it. But they don't, because if you get the next generation, if you mold them into your mindset, then they're going to grow up. And if you notice with every generation, if you push more and more and more, what will be seen extreme to one generation is going to be normal to the next. And then they're going to push more and more and more. And then you're going to have even more extreme with the next generation. It's just, that is the way things work. You normalize everything. Then by the time the little ones grow up, well, that's just going to be a way of life. And then what are they going to think is pushing it? What are they going to think? Okay, let's try this because, this pushes those boundaries out. It never stops.
No, it never stops. Mahogany Draws with a $10 super chat. He says, Sega can't play with my emotions. Last night they revealed they have a new Golden Axe, Crazy Taxi, Shinobi, Streets of Rage, above all else, Jet Set Radio in development.
God.
That is because a lot of these companies have got to go back and have got to make something that people actually want to play. I found out yesterday, and this is some shit that anybody who knows what's going on with Destiny will have seen this coming. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Bungie is going to be absorbed by Sony. Bungie is no longer going to exist. The video game company that brought us Halo, that brought us Destiny, that brought us Destiny 2 is no longer going to exist. They have a 50-50 with Sony on their board. Sony is taking control of the board and is going to dissolve the company and absorb Bungie into Sony. All the long-term hires are being fired. The board is being released. It's absolute insanity. Why? Because they don't care about their customers, and they don't care about giving the customer what they want. The age of buck around and not deal with the consequences are ending in the video game industry. Because if you can't make money, and guess what? Bungie lost money. They are in the negatives. They didn't hit their baseline projection by 45%. That's not profit margin, ladies and gentlemen. That is like we broke even. That is the broke even line. And they're 45% away from that at the end of the fiscal year. Why? Because they came out with a shitty expansion pack that no one liked. When the customers said, this effing sucks, they said, oh, well, deal with it. They fucked around and they found out. Pardon my language. But they fucked around and they found
Video
out.
games used to be the biggest thing out there. I mean, as far as entertainment, it dwarfed everything. And they got complacent and started sitting on their laurels. And now it's coming back to bite them in the ass because they got lazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that.
So thank you, Machini, for your $10 super chat, brother. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla. And this one is just for you, Mac. Skull!
I love how he looks like he's smiling right there. At
Oh,
the
yeah.
end. He's happy, Godzilla.
Yeah, and that little devilish glint in his eye.
I love it.
I just blew something up. That's what you get for waking me up, you sons of bitches.
He's so
Eris
proud.
has this theory that every time Godzilla goes on a spree where he like destroys Tokyo or gets in a fight or whatever, it's because they woke him up. Why? Because he's down on the ocean floor and he's taking his nap and he's like, la la, I'm a happy little Godzilla, and his tail's like wagging like a little cat's or a dog's, and it's like la 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 la, and then boom 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 boom, and he's like, you sons of bitches, dun 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 dun, you woke me up.
You
Dun, 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 dun.
nuked the Bikini Island, and that's right next door.
I like that theory. Yeah, that makes sense to me. He just wanted to be left alone in his little watery wonderland, and y'all went
That's
fuck
right.
with him. And now you get the horns and the fire, and a smile and a glint in his eye.
Yes, I'm saying that Godzilla is the angry old man downstairs. It's like, you sons of bitches woke me up. Dun 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 dun. Shit.
Get
off
off
my lawn.
ocean.
Oh
get out.
God, yeah. He's like, I'm coming to your lawn now, motherfuckers.
Don't make me come up there.
You won't like me when I come up there.
Holy shit. So okay, we do have another topic today. We touched on this last night. I have never, I guess I have. I've seen it. I've seen this shit-eating grin live in front of a bunch of people like this before, and that was during the Brett Kavanaugh hearings. It's the only time I've seen anything like this live. This is the Senate hearing over campus anti-Semitism. And we talked about this last night. And the responses these women give and if I get dinged for this, I understand. I get it. Loki, what are you doing? Why are you bringing this up? You could get demonetized. They could take your channel down. Yada yada. I get it. And you know what? I'm gonna say something because, and I will take full responsibility for it. I won't attack YouTube. I won't say YouTube's meanie head. I get it. If that's what they want to do, that's fine. We've got Kick. We've got Odyssey, we've got X, we've got Rumble. That's fine. By all means, kick me off, move me out. We will continue to migrate to other platforms. I'm absolutely shocked that they got away with this shit. That they got away with doing this. So I'm gonna play a clip of this.
Penn's code of conduct when it comes to bullying and harassment? Yes or no?
Look at her smile.
It can be harassment.
And Dr. Gay, at Harvard, does calling for the genocide of Jews violate Harvard's rules of bullying and harassment? Yes or no?
It can be, depending on the context.
Calling for the genocide of Jews does not constitute bullying and harassment?
I have not heard calling for the genocide for Jews on our campus.
These are unacceptable answers across the board.
Okay, so we're gonna give me just a minute. Where is it? Okay, there it is. There she is. God, I love this. I love this woman up here.
Calling
It's
for the
her.
genocide of Jews violate Penn's code of conduct when it comes to bullying and harassment?
She's very specific in her question.
Look at that smile.
It can be harassment.
All you have
Yes.
to do is say,
And Dr. Gay,
yes.
at Harvard, does calling for the genocide of Jews violate Harvard's rules of bullying and harassment? Yes or no?
It can be, depending on the context.
What's
Context.
the context?
Targeted as an individual. Targeted at an individual.
It's
Clear,
targeted at
pervasive.
Jewish students, Jewish individuals.
Yes.
Do you understand your testimony is dehumanizing them? Do you understand that dehumanization is part of anti-Semitism? I will ask you one more time. Does calling for the genocide of Jews violate Harvard's rules of bullying and harassment? Yes or no?
Anti-Semitic rhetoric. When
And is it
crosses into
anti-Semitic rhetoric?
Anti-Semitic rhetoric when it crosses into conduct that amounts to bullying, harassment.
A little too late
intimidation,
then.
That is actionable conduct, and we do take action.
So the answer is yes, that calling for the genocide of Jews violates Harvard Code of Conduct, correct?
Again, it depends on the context.
It does not depend.
Oh my God.
Look at that. Look at the smile. Look at the smile.
And on the context, the answer is yes, and this is why you should resign. These are unacceptable answers across the board.
How many hundreds of millions of dollars did that cost them, those colleges?
God, they are so afraid.
Just to watch them dance around that like Bill Clinton did.
We have heard
having sex with a woman.
We have heard over the last 6 years that words are violence. Words spoken are violence. They have canceled people. They have fired people. They have ruined their lives. They have destroyed channels. They have destroyed people's ability to earn, and all over the fact that words are violence. But now that it's this, we have to understand the context. I want to tell you the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my 44 years on this planet. And that was a Democratic senator trying to explain, and I believe it was on CNBC. So props to these sons of bitches for even asking the question. How can you tell me that we have to understand the context of women in Israel being kidnapped, raped, and mutilated by Hamas, and you say we don't understand the context
Oh my God.
of what is going on? Where is the Me Too movement? Where are all these women that ran around shrieking and screaming and down with the patriarchy? Where are all these people that went nuts about all of this? Where are they? They're on the other side supporting the people that did this.
Mhm.
They're on the other side screaming down with Israel and supporting the people that kidnapped and killed 1,600 Israelis.
And there were a very large number of Americans in that group too. There were Americans that were beheaded, raped, and killed over there. And where's the outrage over that? Killing our citizens. I mean, just because they were over there visiting.
Well, they have created, that group of people that is for all the canceling, that is, words are this, words are that. They have created this atmosphere to the point where it's mob rule, and they also know there's a little bitty bit of them, even though they're like, oh, we support this, we support being able to just cancel whoever and yada, 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 bleh, out the ass. They have created this mob rule mentality. So if they go against any narrative that they have created, even though it is the right thing to say in a humanitarian point of view, it's the right thing to say, that they will get canceled and they will get come after and they will offend the wrong groups. Like you said, the very groups that they prop up. It's like, I don't care who the hell you are, or whatever the target, whatever race, whatever religion, calling for the genocide of any group is bad. And that one lady, she could have saved herself a hell of a lot of headache if she had just said, yes, calling for the genocide of
all
any
three
group
of those
is considered
ladies.
harassment on my college campus. End of story. End of story. but they hem and they haw because they're so damn terrified of offending the very creation that they have made.
And smiling about it, actually proud of it.
My God, that one woman that was, trying to get them, hello, yes or no, yes or no. Her balls drag the ground.
That's right. That's right.
They
Like
drag
a set on a pickup truck.
They do. And because she is just like, yes or no, motherfuckers. And y'all pardon my language. I know I'm spicy this morning, but my brain is broken because there are some things that are so simple and so elementary. It's like, and y'all are running Ivy League schools? What the hell?
And this is what they are teaching. These are the people that are responsible for teaching your children. And as Adega said, these are not teachers. These three women,
propagandists.
They're propagandists. They're figureheads, and they were put in that position to mark a checkbox.
Yeah, that's
and they
exactly
do what
right.
they're told. They do exactly what they're told. How do you know that, Loki? Because they all had the exact same answer, and they all continually repeated the exact same answer over and over and over again. These women were coached by legal experts of what never to say before they went into this hearing, which means one thing: they have something to fucking hide.
Yeah.
Now they're going to pay for it. They're going to pay for what they said. At least one of them is, because she's been called on to resign. Why? Because they lost $100 million donor that gave them $100 million grant at Penn State.
Do they even realize that most of the philosophical people that give them money and everything, a large majority of them are from the Jewish side of the aisle? I mean, they have the money. They're the ones that, fund a lot of that stuff.
And this is all this is about, is the money. They don't care. They don't care that she doesn't give a shit about Jewish people. They don't care that she went up there and lied out of her ass in front of Congress. They don't care what she did. They only care about losing the money. That is all this is about. That it's all it's ever been about. Me Too, all this bullshit, left, right, center, all of it is only about money.
Mm-hmm.
The entire LGBTQ plus minus negative fucking 24 movement is all about money. They saw a multi-billion-dollar business and said, ooh, look, we'll come out with kid bathing suits where you can tuck your kid's junk back. It's a whole new profit margin. Never thinking, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't come out with a bathing suit for a 1-year-old where you can tuck his junk back behind it.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And they had that. They had that at Target. That's what caused all the Target shit. That's what caused all the Target hoopla and all the, oh my God, Target stores are being targeted. LGBTQs cannot unite against the hate for Target. They had 1-year-old bathing suits where you could tuck their junk back. No 1-year-old knows whether he's a boy or girl. No 1-year-old gets it. They don't get it. They don't understand the concept of it yet. A little boy is just as likely to crawl over and hang out with a little girl as anything. It's not till later that they realize, oh my God, there's a divide. I like G.I. Joe. That bitch likes Barbie. I like Transformers. She likes My Little Pony.
Yeah.
But just because you're playing together doesn't mean, oh my God, he's playing with Transformers, but I saw him look at that little My Little Pony, that little Rainbow Dash. I think he's really a girl. And the mom starts dressing him in girl clothes. And they start putting him on blockers. And they start putting money into it.
There's so many celebrities that do that too. It's just sickening.
The children the children that are being taken advantage of. I will not put up with it. If you are an adult and you decide, you know what, I really don't like these tits, and you want to cut them off and you want to go through or whatever, that is your choice as an adult.
Yeah.
And Arwyn, I know you got to go. So anything you want to throw in here, anything you want to throw out, anything coming up, any final comments?
Or throw up.
Yeah.
I just I have no words. Sanity is lost. Sanity is lost. Yeah, it's Bill Clinton arguing what the word meaning of is, and here we are again. And now we're talking about, is calling for the genocide of a certain group of people bad? And we have some of the most elite in education sitting there fumbling on their words because they're more damn concerned about who they're going to offend than saying, yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
And if it had been any other race, they would have called it out and gone nuts about it.
Oh, yes, you know it. You know it. Anyway, y'all, I'm sorry. I got to go. I got to take Darius to work. So, but yeah, just y'all stay sane. Stay sane because shit is, we think it's crazy now. Wait till the elections roll around. Get your popcorn ready because it is going to be a world on fire. It's going to be insane. But
have a good one, girl.
Thank you. Mwah. I love y'all.
Drive safe, Arwyn.
All right. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. Oh, you know what? I'm at the point where I'm like, you know what? They've talked about that. They've talked about it. And they've talked about it. And we can say whatever we want. But then when it's the other way around, Shellback, people get fired. People lose their jobs. People get canceled. People get divorced all over something they said. But we're supposed to respect this. We're supposed to understand the context of this. What about the context of the comedians?
I mean, in real life, not 2 generations ago.
Yeah. We already went through this. And you know what? Almost all of that generation is gone, which is the real reason why I think they're pushing this now. Is that almost entire generation, there's only a few left. There's only a few left. You can sit down. I was lucky enough to hear this from my grandfather, who was an Army Ranger, who jumped out of an effing plane on D-Day, who survived. And you know what? When I was like, I want to be a soldier just like you, Grandpa, he was like, no, you don't. And that's one of the few things I remember because I was only like 5 or 6 years old. I was running around. I dressed like him. I had coveralls because he was a painter, so he painted houses for a living. I had coveralls just like his. I looked just like him. It was scary, and I wanted to be just like him. And he said, "No, you don't. You don't. No, you don't, kid.
You surely don't. You don't know the hell those people went through. That's why they're called the greatest generation." My uncle was wounded in France. He was a part of an artillery battalion over there. And my dad was too young to serve in World War II. He served in Korea, though. However, that's beside the point. The point is it's been done and it's been proven. And there are people to this day that are still denying that it ever happened. You've got the Holocaust deniers out there that are still going on about that. And I don't see how they can even possibly do it. And now in this country to have people that actually condone it.
That is being taught in school.
Yep.
So the Holocaust denying, all of that is what is being taught to your children in school today. How do you know what really happened? Don't believe what's in this book. We're going to go over what's in this book just because this is what has been assigned to us, but don't believe everything in this book and question everything, even the Holocaust, because history is written by the people that won, and we aren't trustworthy. Isn't that special, ladies and gentlemen? When you find out that your kid's getting taught that the Holocaust probably didn't happen and that it's all made up propaganda to make us look good. To make us look good. You know why? Because the generation is almost gone and there's nobody left. So don't believe them. Don't trust them. You don't have tens of thousands of them to stand up and say, you want to know what really happened? This is what really happened. This is the shit that we went through. This is the hell that we survived. They aren't there anymore. So now you can question the entire thing and deny it and say it never happened and it's all bullshit. When that was explained to me, when that I was told that, I was like, that's the most fucked up, crazy shit I've ever heard.
Yeah. And look at what happened to Miss Carano just for bringing up the fact that the propaganda is what caused the children to turn against the Jewish population.
Neighbor going after
versus
neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was fired. She was let go. She was canceled. Her entire life was canceled because words are violence, right? Words are violence. Where is that here? The only reason why Little Miss Lady, and I'll bring it up again, the only reason why Little Miss Lady is being asked to resign is because of
all the
$100
money.
million that Penn State's going to lose from Stone Ridge because they couldn't answer a simple question.
I hope that all three of those universities lose every bit of their daggum donations.
It's all documented on film. They still don't believe it happened.
Well, I have a dog in this fight. My wife is Jewish and she lost family. She lost some uncles and aunts to the Holocaust.
And yeah, we had it right here. Soul Assassin brings up a very good point. During the lockdowns, you had neighbors spying on neighbors,
turning them in, something that they thought was wrong.
If you have you remember that first year, if you have a Thanksgiving celebration at your home, you will have the cops called on you. There were cops that went out to people's houses because they had one too many people in their house. How did they know that? The neighbors were tattling on them. Their own neighbors were spying on them and tattling on them. A lot of that started out with HOAs, homeowners associations, because they do it too. They tattle on their neighbors. I call it the tattle on your neighbor program. Because they want everything to be the way they want it to be.
Well, their little power grab, their little, monarchy or whatever, they think, they're up there on top. They can tell you what to do.
So we will be back later tonight. I will also be over on Echo Base Network later today as we do a new live stream over there with Jonas J. Campbell, Mike, Mexican Iron Man, Nick, and myself called EBN Cast. So I believe that's at 2 p.m. today over on Echo Base Network. So come check us out. It's all entertainment talk. So we'll be talking about what we love, what we like, what we've seen recently, movies, TV, things we're passionate about. I'm gonna be talking about Godzilla today in my little segment. Gojira, because I've got like every Godzilla vinyl known to man at the moment. So we're gonna have some fun. There will be different topics for every single panelist. It's gonna be really cool. Come check us out. I'm not even like 100% sure how it's gonna work, but from the way Nick's explained it, Everybody will kind of have their own little segment in their own time. So it should be pretty cool. I can't wait to do it. And we will be back with the late show tonight at 10 p.m. Central, not 9. 10 p.m. Central. So the late show with Loki and Snowdub. Can't wait
it's
to
going to
see
be
you guys.
10 tonight instead of 9?
It's going to be 10 tonight instead of 9. So, and it'll be 10 from here on out. That was the original when the original show aired. I asked Snow last week before we did it, what do you think, 9 or 10? He goes, let's try it at 9. But
that's why I was late last week. I was expecting to be 10.
Yeah, some people expected it to be 10 too. So we are going back to 10. That allows another channel to go on before us. So we'll have the Fiesta Fridays with that little bastard El Perro and or Punk Waddle. It'll be Punk Waddle show. I don't know who it'll be. It'll be either Punk Waddle, Law and Order, or it'll be El Perro, Fiesta, whatever. Without Mexican Iron Man. Cancel the puto Mexican Iron Man. So guys, take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend honor. And we'll see you guys on the next Weekend Review here on Mornings of Mischief. Have a great Friday, everybody.
Goodbye, folks.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.